Hello, everybody. It's finally my time to host. We've got a couple of interesting topics. They're more of a silly one. Last night. We had pretty in-depth talk about some, taboo, I'd say, topics.
Taboo? No, it was just a shit session on me.
What
No,
the
it
hell
wasn't.
were you
That wasn't
talking
on
about
you.
yesterday?
It wasn't on you. It wasn't on you. That's
What
incorrect.
the hell were you all talking about yesterday?
Strip clubs.
Anyway, I'm Odin.
Oh,
yeah.
well, I'm Ben, and I'm glad I didn't come to that recording last night if it's about strip clubs.
Here, we got Ben, again.
Hello, I am here.
This time he wasn't late.
No, he wasn't late this time, which is quite
This
amazing.
time you were late, Gabe.
I wasn't late. I set my alarm for 8:30, and then Odin
Were you
called me
asleep?
over my alarm. Yeah, I got
Were you
some
asleep?
I was up
Oh
all
my
night.
god. He literally said, "Oh, he might be asleep," and then continued repeatedly calling you. Well, I was just sat playing
You only called me
Skyrim.
twice.
I called you on Snapchat and then
Snap.
And then
call.
SMS.
Yeah, SMS.
Yeah. Okay, so but we could do the video game quotes one as well. I think we could sprinkle a few of those in there. But so
Oh.
the first topic that we're going to go over is
Wait.
on.
You're new to hosting, so you forgot to ask. How is everybody?
No, I just didn't want to ask.
Gabe doesn't care how we are.
Your feelings are unimportant to this conversation.
My feelings are not part of this podcast.
But yeah,
What's
no,
up?
fine.
Like,
Yeah,
fuck
where's my
you.
hospitality? Where is my hospitality? You are right. How is everyone?
Offended. Fuck you, Gabe.
Fair enough.
I'm good. I'm pretty waved right now. I've been drinking since like 12.
Yeah.
When my loan comes through, I'm gonna be perma drunk for at least a week. It's gonna be beautiful.
I got my game working and then immediately decided to try and improve it and broke it straight away.
I mean, it looks better now that it's not a mushroom and a Goomba.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's come far, and I've got the rotation.
Oh, is this for your course?
Yeah, it is for my course. Yeah, I'll show you later.
Okay.
It's an important right
Nice.
now. So
Yeah, now you can go into it.
without further ado,
or maybe a bit more of a do.
shut the fuck up.
A little bit more of a slightly more ado.
Just a tad more, but a bit less than a further ado. But not quite not ado.
My last brain cell just fucking shattered.
So,
a sprinkle of ado.
Considering your brain just shattered, this is probably not a good question. But if you ran England, name 3 changes, or explain 3 changes you'd make and why, and also your thoughts on the knock-on effects of doing them changes.
Alright, who's going first for this one?
Okay, do yours first so we get a gist of what you mean.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
there's 2 ways I could go. We could do it stupid and silly, or we could do it general things that I think actually might improve the
I'm not
UK.
going to say which one I'm going to do. I'm going to base mine on your guys' answers. I'm going to go last. I'll go last on this one.
Okay. Okay. So I've got 2 answers to this. One of them is very silly, and one of them is very, I think actually might help Britain quite a bit, or at least the UK. I'll do both because I feel like then you two can take it in your own way and not just be least to how I wanna, my ideas. So, I'd make it so. I'd make it so like all my enemies could illegally bind to only buy like food items that are like 1 day out, like just going out of date, and then I'd put a tax on food wasted.
So they'd have to go shopping every day.
Yeah, and if they wasted anything that they didn't eat, say there's a bottle loaf of bread, there's only one of them, and it was 1 day out of date, they'd permanently be in a fucking loop of having to pay more tax as well because of the wasted.
I don't know if that's genius or just damn right mean.
You know what? I think it's both.
So
that's 2 rules.
So you're saying I'd buy a crate of cider, and whatever I didn't finish, I'd get taxed. Will I get taxed on per can?
No, you recycle the cans. No, you recycle the cans. They can be reused.
Alcohol's fine. It's more like food. It's not really drinks because generally speaking they don't. Well, I mean milk would. So if you'd have to go to the shop every day for some milk, right? And if
so where there's a sell by date on these?
Oh, they last. Alcohol lasts forever, dude. What the fuck?
Yeah, but I know there's a sell by date somewhere, right?
Probably.
Alright. Well, for anyone that can't see Odin on Discord, he's currently thoroughly staring at his can repeatedly just to see this sell-by date.
He's like trying to look at it. He's trying to like look at his reflection in the can. You know, trying
I
to.
have a magnifying glass. Do you want to borrow it?
Yeah, please.
It can help
there
you find
isn't-
who the fuck asked.
Oh wait, there it is.
It's on the very bottom.
There it is.
Oh, for fuck's sake. What's the
Oh.
date?
It goes out next month.
Oh, that's a shame.
I mean, it does
No.
make sense that cider could go off, but I feel like stuff like vodka and stuff would just get more potent.
No, there's sell-by dates on vodka.
Yeah, there's sell by dates on everything. It doesn't
If
sell
I'm
by
buying
dates
vodka-
doesn't equal sell by dates doesn't equal do not have. It just means
Alright,
like
if I'm buying vodka, I'm not going to be sober enough to read the fucking bottle. Otherwise, I wouldn't be buying vodka.
But okay, wait,
Fair.
but like in that circumstance, would ever like if you were to is it a tax on you using the bin to throw it away because you can't eat it?
no, I think it would just be
Like,
It
how
would
would
just
you
be-
how would you realistically enforce that?
okay. So
And would-
I'd have
Secondary question: would
Go on.
supermarkets have to pay a tax for all the food they didn't sell? And
no.
therefore waste it?
It's just people that piss me off.
So
It's
everyone.
like this is like a
So
list of
fucking
people
everyone.
you've got.
Yeah, no,
Like
a
a
list of
doomsday-
people I've got that have to be like monitored.
Like a Tudor time doomsday book.
Yeah, yeah,
for
kind of,
everyone
yeah.
who owes the rent they need to
Just
Yeah.
pay.
have MI5 staring at these people from surveillance vans. just
Yeah,
to see if they throw
I
half a
just
cabbage
go
or
get
some
them
shit.
pigeons in Russia that like salute Putin. I'll just go, yo, I got a job for you.
The Fallout Crows.
The Fallout Crows.
Just some Deathclaw sat in some guy's basement, like, you better not be wasting that.
Quite literally.
Deathclaw just appears on a bin, be like, are you throwing that fish away? You shall be taxed per gram.
There's a seagull sat there going, salmon?
Right.
Salmon?
Uh,
Is that going out of date?
You appear to be wasting it.
Is that waste I smell?
I feel like I've ruined this already.
Anyway, dumb food tax. What else you got?
Okay,
Yeah, so dumb food tax for enemies.
okay. Are we constituting both them parts into one thing?
No, yeah, that's one.
Oh,
that's
okay,
one.
okay.
So
So
your enemies get taxed on food.
yeah,
like,
and they
food
can't
laws.
buy anything that's not like one day due to its out date.
Right, so they have to go to
Yeah.
a certain store. So you have to open up a certain store.
No.
for these people.
There's just every store just has this like one section just for them.
Oh, so it's like the reduced aisle. They're like,
Yeah,
yes, let's
pretty
buy
much,
it.
but it's just for
Yeah,
them.
and
It's
they
just
can only buy from the whoopsie aisle.
the whoopsie aisle.
What's for dinner tonight? Oh, cookies that go off in half an hour, some stale bread, and oh wait, there's no butter because butter really doesn't go off really easily.
Just like you just sat there like, so what am I buying from like the reduced? No, you can't buy in the reduced section. Goes to the whoopsie aisle. There's half a carton of milkshake. I guess we can put
What?
that in tea.
What happened to the other half?
The
Why is
whoopsie
it
aisle.
open? Jesus.
It went
Whoopsie
whoopsie.
Oh my god. No, if you that could be so fucking cruel because if you're friends with any like females, they wouldn't be able to buy sanitary products because
You
they don't
couldn't
really
buy
go
them
out.
You couldn't buy
Yeah,
them
they don't
tampons.
go out, so they couldn't physically buy them.
You can buy condoms, but they go out a date the next day. Bro,
You'd-
what the fuck? You
You'd
buy,
actually
like,
have to buy the condom and use it that very minute.
you'd have to buy individual condoms.
Gabe, you evil bastard. I don't know,
Wait,
you might be
that guy's not reproducing. No, that guy's only reproducing.
No,
does
just have
this-
sex at night so the sperm's asleep, duh.
Wait, does this tax like go down to their like descendants?
Yeah, no. It's a debt tax. It's just completely just off there.
So it goes to like their spouse as well.
Oh yeah, no. If they don't pay it, yeah.
What about their family? Like they're the parents.
Fucking bailiffs come and take the house away if you don't pay your £3
that's their
food
issue. Yeah, just gives me all.
Shouldn't have made anything out of me, mate. Sorry,
So
what can I
what, I'm
say?
so what I'm hearing, dear viewers, is stay on Gabe's good side because he may rise to power and then just fuck you over for the rest of your
Mate,
life.
With
I know
some-
8 people that are fucked.
Me too.
One of you.
Right, what else you got?
You know, 8 people that are
Also,
fucked. I
you know
don't
what,
even know
like-
8 people.
Right, what's next on the list?
Yeah, go on. So you've got. It's counting.
He's counting how many people he knows. Don't forget your mum and dad and brother.
Oh,
Your brother's
fuck.
definitely on that list.
No,
Your brother's
he's
on
got
that
a
list.
special law. He's going right. No,
Oh.
for him, right? Have you seen?
This leads us to number 2.
Have you seen? Oh, what's it called?
Bear
Okay,
Grylls the
so
Island.
what?
Bear Grylls the Island. Just
No,
gonna
no,
come
no,
to
no,
an
no, no, no,
island.
no, no, close, but no. So you know that there's a film. It's quite good. I forgot the name of it, but this guy is taken to an island on a boat, and he's a detective. Wow, and basically he's not actually a detective. He's a prisoner at the island, and that the thing that they're doing is some kind of like weird rehabilitation thing.
Hmm.
To prove that he isn't like insane.
That's not Castaway, is it?
No, it's.
It's the one with the Wilson volleyball.
I think it's got no. I think the guy in it is Leonardo DiCaprio, I believe.
Fuck knows.
Anyway, by the end
Is
of
it
it,
a sequel to Titanic? He actually washes up onto an island. He didn't drown. He just washes up onto an island.
I'll just
The
have the
reason he was
title.
on the boat. The reason he was on the boat in the first place was to get away from Gabe's tax.
It's just like the Titanic 2, and it's just.
That's how like, if they go on holiday and stuff, is there like Whoopsie Island, Whoopsie Isles? And
No,
Is
no.
it like
As soon as they
vacation?
cross the border, they have like a immediate freedom.
No wait, but like,
Titanic 2, less boat, more Caprio.
but do they have like a whoopsie tax on holidays and stuff? Because they have holidays that might not go through. Like they pay for it. There's no tax.
No, they have to. They have to pay for like the ticket last minute.
It's like booking a holiday
Like it's
during
just locked.
COVID.
Like they
will I
can't.
go, will
They
I
can't
not
use
go?
their bank balance. They can't use their bank balance on any plane or boat ticket until the last minute on the ticket.
Like they're like at the airport. Like, all right, how long is it left till this flight leaves? A minute. All right, bro. Honestly, I'm about to break several laws. Can I buy the ticket? And he just dashes through security as fast as possible.
Sonic the Hedgehog theme just blasts as he's running.
Okay, so I got a bit more of a serious one. Now
Okay, so that was your one. That was one.
that was one. I think this is one that would actually probably help Britain.
Okay.
And it's to take the free speech laws from America.
I would like more context as to what the fuck you mean by that, please.
What the Fourth Amendment rule?
No, not necessarily their amendments.
Is it
but
is it the Fourth Amendment that is freedom of speech, and then the Fifth Amendment is to hold your speech?
1 minute, let me just look it up, just for so I'm not wrong.
I think the thing is to hold your speech.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Some Americans sat there with this headset on, just like, hold on.
Because Sass will sometimes just say, "I'm pleading the fifth," and then not speak to me.
Yeah, no, that's when you're being arrested. You have your right to remain silent, and you.
Yeah, I've got I know for a fact we've got an American viewer. They're just sat there right now going, they know our laws.
Right, the Fourth Amendment.
One sec, you guys.
No, the Fourth Amendment. Unreasonable search and seizure of the government. That's the Fourth Amendment.
The fifth is to keep quiet. Then
Yeah.
is it the First Amendment? that's freedom of speech?
Isn't the first the ability to bear arms?
I think that's the second.
Second Amendment. The First Amendment proves Congress and makes no law respecting of an establishment or of religion or.
Real quick,
Oh,
before we go anything,
Yeah, go on.
how would you take it? How if you're a dictator for Britain, how the fuck do you expect to enforce laws on America?
No. Taking
Taking.
not even the amendment, just allowing free speech.
With
Okay.
you,
as a
Elon
thing.
Musk is doing that with Twitter.
Yes,
and it's going to promote racism and
which
stuff.
it's not. It's not.
Okay, that's a whole other discussion.
That is a whole other thing.
I was gonna ask about that like in the next
Well, we can
podcast.
talk about that later.
Yeah, I don't
Come
think
on,
it's
I wanna
gonna
hear
be.
about that.
It's not gonna be as bad as you think.
I'm going to quickly put my 5 pence on that situation because Elon Musk owning Twitter, he said he's going to police Twitter better than Twitter is being policed.
Well, they will do.
Because Twitter is currently policed in a way
By a
where
bunch
you
of
say
idiots.
something that someone rich disagrees with, you're going to get back.
Yeah,
if you've got a big enough following.
it's also
and-
incredibly left side biased, and now it won't.
Yeah, and what Elon Musk is basically trying to do, from what I can gather and what I know, is I'm going to make it so that you can say what the fuck you want on Twitter within reason of, like, laws and obviously stuff like that. You can say what you want, and no one's going to get penalised for it.
I think it's more he's gonna do it on harassment based charges. It's gonna be if you
Right.
promote harassment, then that's what. Because there's a difference between, like, actually just outwardly speaking something. Like, it's the thing. Like, if you had like if you had any right views on how the country should be run, you were called like a bigot, even if it was something that actually was not too
Like
bad.
worthwhile. Yeah.
Yeah, like even if you right, we'll just agree with this. Extremes for both left and right are terrible things. Just no one should ever go
Don't be
there.
an extremist.
The left is too left and the right is
Exactly,
just
exactly.
right.
But the thing is, you can't. If you block freedom of speech, you're cutting. Whichever side you go for, you're blocking off one side from stopping the other side from getting too far.
Yeah.
Which is what is
Um,
happening, and that's not
So
good.
okay, your second enforcement would be freedom of speech.
Yes, or something along those lines.
Okay, third and final.
This is a bit more of a difficult one.
Why are you like fighting between two in your head?
I'm fighting between a few, but it's like what would actually do the most, or what would be the most interesting to talk about. I think I don't know.
Don't know. Should we just leave it at two?
I mean, we could do.
Okay.
We do
Ben?
one silly one and one serious one then, I suppose.
Okay.
Okay. Ben.
I would have a complete separation of church and state.
Okay, what do you mean by that?
Where we're currently a Catholic country. Like, yeah, I just we're like a Christian country. I
Oh,
just
the
don't.
Pope's gonna barge through my door in a minute.
I just don't think religion should have any kind of say in any way, shape, or form with government.
I also don't
Ow.
think government should have any say in any shape or form to religion
Yeah.
either.
Exactly. They should just be completely separate entities. Like religion, kind of do what you want, within reason, and don't break any laws.
Yeah,
But
like,
also,
religion...
don't base
You know,
laws around the
go
religion.
don't go murder a lot of Protestants because they're slightly different to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So stay within the confines of the law, but also don't take religion into account when passing laws and stuff. Like to leave
Okay.
leave it out of stuff. Like my friend Jax was telling me the other day, like he has some issues when he goes to the doctors, about stuff like that sometimes, because sometimes the doctors can be quite thingy about it, and it just reminded
Okay,
me of this
I'm
whole
with
thing.
you. I'm
Yeah.
with you. Okay.
Yeah,
alright.
it's a whole thing.
And then your second one?
I would create a shrine to myself. I'm not even joking. I want a statue of myself and like a temple that leads into a mountain where people come and pray to my magnificence.
So what you're gonna do is go to the Peak District and change it into
More
your,
or less.
He wants
The
a
Peak
statue on
District.
He wants a
The Peak
statue on
District
top of Ben
is
Nevis.
beautiful. No, no, the Peak District is beautiful. I went through it for an DV. And honestly, I'd be very happy if there was just one of the mountains was hollowed out and it was just a shrine to me.
It was just a walk and go inside of it. Like you go in and there's just one commercial walk and go sat in there.
Imagine classic Lord of the Rings dwarven fortress entrance. It's just regular mountain with a massive door and some stonework. You open the door, it's just massive, all cool, and on top is just a statue of me on top
I'll
of the
do you
mountain.
one better. I'll do you one better. It's a massive, grand archway, massive, great architecture. It goes and it shrinks down. There's a little gate. You open the gate and it's just a room, nothing in it, bland as fuck, and just in the dead center, just your statue with a light on it.
No,
Minecraft.
Black Reach from Skyrim, but instead of mushrooms, it's just me doing different poses in topiary form.
No, I'll do you one better. So, you walk in, you enter this grand hallway. It's all marble. It's all lit by fire. There's a aquarium one side. There's a little information kiosk on the other side, and you keep walking through, and there's a wooden door. It's in the mountain face. There's just a wooden door. You open it inwards. You walk into this room. It's a 3 meter by 9 meter room, and in the dead center, there's just Ben's Minecraft character stood there T-posing like this.
God damn it!
And what you have to do when you go into this room is you've got to go down. You've got to pray to the statue.
You've got to do the classic Minecraft teabag to show trust.
So
and then after, if you were to walk behind the statue, there's just a picture of me and Dave stood there going, "We did not condone this."
So wait, hang on a minute, Ben. So let me just. Okay, so you separate religion and law, and then you make your own religion. Is what you've done.
I don't want to be a religion. Alright, no, think of it more like
It's
Kim.
not a religion.
no,
It's a cult.
no,
Think of it,
but-
yeah, think of it more like Kim Jong Un. He's not a religion, but if people like bow to him and shit, I mean, yes, they're under the threat of death and shit, but like, you know what I'm saying?
It's not a
It's
religion.
not
It's just
religion,
death if you don't believe in
It's
it.
not a religion.
No,
It's
I'm
just
not
if you
gonna
don't
act-
believe it.
I'm not gonna kill people if they just don't vibe with me. They can do what they want, but like the offer's there. Like I'm pretty sick. You do what you want.
Sasuke's just like sat at the doorway, like.
Oh no,
Yeah,
Sasuke's behind me taking a nap currently.
No, Sasuke's like sat at the doorway of this like mountain shrine, just like waiting for people to come out who didn't bow, just like stood there with a sword on her side, just waiting.
Just stop! You have violated the law.
Stop right there.
I do actually have a third one as well for this one.
Okay, go shoot.
I want a complete unification of the country
Okay.
That would be. No, we don't really need it. Why?
through execution.
For execution. How would that
Like
work?
if you're racist, if you're xenophobic, if you're misogynistic, any of that shit, I want us to all be equal. You're against that shit, fucking kill them. We don't promote that shit. Get rid.
What about zoophiles? Can we still murder those?
Oh yes. why
Okay,
not?
we're fine. That's fine.
Anything like that, like we're all equal. Stop being dicks. Under threat of death.
So I know a lot of I know 8 people that are gonna die in Ben's society as well.
Jesus, I don't even know 8 people. What you on about?
The entirety of Scunthorpe is about to be wiped off the map.
Yeah,
I think-
me and my dad are gonna be sat like at home. We're just gonna see a nuke go around and like there's a protection
No,
wall around the
it's just gonna
house.
be. It's literally just gonna be 90% of Britain. Like,
Just
Like me and Dad'll open the back door, like walk to the imp, and like behind us you just see like massive war scenes going on, and me and Dad are just like walking through the street
wait,
like this.
wait.
you just get 2 mysterious plane tickets, and then after your plane goes off, you just start seeing nukes falling over Britain. And you're like,
Private-
oh, isn't it so lucky we just won these tickets randomly to the
It's
Maldives?
just like a private helicopter that lands where the trampoline used to be, and we like get in. And, like, where are we going?
It's like, get in. You just start soaring, you just see fucking nukes falling over Scunthorpe.
all you see is a plane fly over with the tag, like when they've got those banners on the back. There's a plane
Yeah.
that flies over Scunthorpe. This is no Russian.
Remember, no Russian.
Okay.
A fucked up mission, but it was one of my favourites. Your turn, Odin.
Wait, Gabe, did you think of your third one yet?
No. You can go.
Okay, so this situation is that I run. I have all the power in the country. Like no one's gonna go against me. If I do anything.
Limited power. Yeah, no, you're in. You're Supreme Chancellor.
I'm super. I have all like
Yeah.
I've got Jedi Sith powers.
Yeah,
right now.
no, you don't have Jedi Sith powers, but you have.
You have Jedi powers.
You have.
what the frick?
You are the Senate.
I am the
You
okay.
you have Kim Jong Un power.
Okay.
Hopefully, minus the rampant poverty, starvation, and death threats to literally everyone if they don't pray hard enough to your existence.
You're Il King John. You
it's-
invented the burger, allegedly.
He really likes Swiss cheese, and I don't think enough people know that fact.
It's so bad.
Oh, okay. That was a very weird fact about Swiss cheese.
He also smokes packets of cigs that cost 42 quid, and honestly, that guy's living it up.
What the fuck?
And
Okay.
weed is completely legal in North Korea. There are just fields of this shit.
That's, I
Nice.
mean, okay. So the first thing I'd probably do is legalize weed.
Mhm.
Good boy.
Okay.
So, in a medical sense, if you are diagnosed with something, then you are allowed to get a higher gram of weed, like a higher dosage or whatever. I don't know. I don't know how this shit works.
gram.
Like you
What's
can
the
get
word
you can get the stinky skunk shit. Like I mean,
higher
like,
CBD or
yeah,
higher THC.
a higher THC like concentration, and then legally a lower dose of that is just allowed for everyone.
Yeah, so it's like a maximum amount is like allowed for everyone, but
So
you're allowed a
it's-
higher dose if you
It's
need
still
it.
monitored. It's still contained and controlled, just in a better way than it is now. So that's what I would do for that one. That's my
think-
that's my serious.
I know. Yeah, never mind. Carry on.
That's my
That was a serious one? Yeah,
That
that's
was
a
the
serious
serious
one, homie.
That was the serious one.
What are you fucking
The
serious?
next one I'd probably do is if I have this unlimited power that we're speaking of, I would go
Unlimited power.
build up myself this exact same house in a massive field, and then open. Like, I build like several of this house, like, because this house is a very good place for me and Gabe. Me, Gabe, and Ben. All of us.
I was
fucking
gonna
well.
say.
We all fuck. I meant
Do you
to
call
say
this the
Ben,
council
Gabe, and me.
house?
This is Idiot's Rest 2, and
Genuinely.
it always will be Idiot's Rest. So I'm saying I'm gonna build a load of these on like a massive plot of land, and in each single one of these houses, it's gonna be run as a bar.
Mm.
So they're all gonna be kitted out as a bar, and it's gonna stock whatever the fuck Gabe decides to stock them with, because he's gonna make all the profit off of this shit. And if you live in this like town that I've created, there's a cinema in one of them. There's a bowling alley in another.
So
And this spans on for miles in England. Like,
Just
I'm
the
gonna just
exact
rip
same
out a farmer's
house.
field. I'm just gonna go to a farmer's like a big like plot of like Jeremy Clarkson's farmland.
You're just gonna.
Rip it out.
The people don't need to eat. They need a
I've
bowling
got
alley.
an
shaped like
amazing
my
idea.
house.
I've got an amazing idea.
Wait. So then all of these houses, yeah, like if you come and live, like I'm gonna turn this into a fucking village, man. This will be the capital of England, and the town is gonna be called Idiotsville. That is the town name. It's Idiotsville. And if you live in this town, there is no tax on booze. There is no tax on Stars Pizza, and we only serve Stars Pizza.
Oh,
Other
that's-
pizza brands are available though.
No, it's just Stars Pizza.
In the brand-friendly, don't want to get sued. Other brands are available. However, Stars is the best. Fuck every other pizza place.
Yeah. There's no Pizza King. There's no Mackey's. There's no
Palace does bang though.
There's no Pizza Palace. There's no Kebabish. There's none of that. There's Stars Pizza. There's Stars Pizza, and they deliver to one Spalding Road and one Spalding Road only.
But wait, is one Spalding Road just the one massive road now in Idiotsville? Like, it's all one big, long, 3-mile long road.
I've got an amazing idea. So
And
God.
basically from that, if you live here, there's no tax on booze. There's no tax on like takeaway. It's a lot cheaper to buy booze and takeaway in this village, but you must have a citizenship and a passport to get in.
You must
Because
also
that way,
be a functional alcoholic.
every single one of the cunts that lives here is of the age of drinking, and the legal drinking age is going to be 18, because it always will be, and it always should be. 18 is a good age to start drinking. But if you are inside one of the homes, and you buy a pizza, you may have a drink. So you have to buy a pizza, if you're under the age of 18, to get an alcoholic beverage, and if you have bought this pizza, you have to finish it before you can get another drink.
Real
it's
quick,
two-
you know the
Two drinks per pizza.
the legal age of drinking is technically 5 in the UK, right?
Yeah, because you're allowed to drink on a private
On
property.
private property with parental permission.
The legal age to
you
get a
can't-
tattoo is like
You can't buy it till you're 18.
16 is when you can get a tattoo with parental consent.
Yeah, on a
I
private
believe-
residence and with parental permission, you can drink from 5 years old in England.
Anyway, my point, like that's Idiotsville. That's Idiotsville.
Idiotsville. What's number 3? Do you have a number 3?
wait. I want to interject. Sorry.
I'll
So-
let Gabe do his number 3 so that I can see if
I've
can
got,
top it.
okay, I'll do my other thing, but I also want to add, so there's going to be one plot, there's going to be a specific, like, circular roundabout sort of area with 2 fucking houses, and it's going to be a paintball thing, and it's just going to be 2 of your
Oh.
houses, and it's going to be
Nuketown.
Nuketown, but your house.
Nuketown!
Nuketown with my dad's van outside.
Yeah, that's...
That sounds so sick.
And it's free
Oh.
entry. It's free entry if you bring a crate with you.
Bro. Yeah, and, like the
and the
your
grenades are
house
just
on
beer
the outside
cans.
of the Nuketown map.
No, the grenades are just, like, stabbed, like, shotgun beer cans.
No, you can only shotgun if you have a Skyrim keychain.
No, like if you want extra balls or something, like instead of paying for extra paintballs, you have to shotgun a fucking drink.
Yeah.
Like a shotgun equals
No,
50 balls.
No, that's how
all
you
the
revive.
paintballs.
So instead of going back to like spawn, you just have to shotgun a can. So you just have people running around like Octane from Apex, just
um,
Odin,
and
you'd be so fucked. You can't shotgun for shit.
all of the paintballs are filled with Magners or some sort of cider.
Magnus, everyone just reeks of alcohol at the end of it.
Yeah.
For all the normies in our audience, shotgunning is where you stab a can of alcohol and then chug it.
At
In
the
the
base,
bottom,
you have to
you
stab
have
it
to
at
do
the
it at the
base.
bottom.
Yeah.
Stab it at the bottom and
So
then
you
chug the
cannot
shit
stop
out of it.
drinking it until it's gone.
Yeah.
What you're meant to do is you'll stab it, you put your mouth on it, and you crack the can, and then you drink it.
You shouldn't
For
crack the
people who
cans.
did. No, you're meant. No, if you don't crack the
You
can,
should
then you
not
can't
crack
get
it,
the air through it, so you get stuck. You could cut your lip on it. It's
Yeah,
very
you
dangerous.
could fuck
Shotgun.
yourself.
Shotgun.
Cracking the can is a very dangerous
Odin, you
game.
remember when we were walking near Gabe's house through like
Yeah.
farmers' fields and shit, shotgunning? Like, I didn't crunch a single one. Am
Oh,
I gonna die?
I'd also like to point out that your house will definitely be there, Gabe. Like just
Ah.
on the very outskirts of Idiotsville, there's just Gabe's house.
Can you like make me a castle, please? But like gothic. Thank you.
How about you just have one of my houses?
Okay, that
It's just like a monochrome version of his house. Got a gargoyle on top.
Yeah,
It's just
no,
got Jack, but made out of stone on top of it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jack's
your
like sat on the roof, like
I want your house, but it's made out of cobblestone, and there are like little Jack gargoyles on the roof.
hi.
Okay.
There will be a statue of Jack, and that is where he's buried.
Jack is oh my god, Jack is Odin's cat for everyone that doesn't know this.
He's very old.
Okay, so
He's a very
this
old
one's
boy.
a bit silly as a third thing, but it's also
God.
I think I would actually love it if it was like this. So you know how like Americans have like guns and shit, and you know they like to carry them
Oh
around.
god,
No.
where are you going with
I
this?
think we should have swords.
Parry this, you filthy
No,
casual.
but think about it, right? A robber goes into a convenience store, pulls a fucking sword out. Everybody else pulls a fucking sword out.
You got a sword fight, so you keeps the cash.
Exactly.
I challenge you to a duel.
Like just Pirates of the Caribbean music starts playing and just leave. Like, I'm
I
sorry.
don't know if you saw the videos of that night, Gabe, or you, Ben. I went to
The
Becky's
night we got
house.
drunk with your Nate. Oh no, I didn't. I know my car.
I got really drunk with my friend Becky, and basically one of our other friends, Sadie, she likes putting songs on, and I just see red whenever I hear these songs. One of them is Pirates of the Caribbean theme. When it comes on, I see red, I grab a tea towel and I start whipping the shit out of her. And she fights back. And then the other one is Queen, Don't Stop Me Now.
Don't
I'm
stop
like,
me
"Don't
because
stop
I'm having
me
a
now."
good time.
And I'm doing it to the tune. There's a video of me smacking her with a tea towel to her head with her like grappling oven mitts out of my hands, and I'm just smacking her on the head like this with a tea towel. It doesn't hurt. It's not. I'm
So
not
it's
being
like
funny.
it's like the scene from Shaun of the Dead where they're all beating a
Yeah,
zombie
yeah.
with the keys to the
Yeah.
tune.
Like literally go duh, 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 duh. It's so funny. It's so good. But I like that idea of swords. But I want to do one better.
I want a scimitar.
I want to do one better.
Go on.
So, in my country that I now own, it's legal. The only mode of transport you're allowed to use now is horse riding.
Oh my god, no.
There's
Unlicensed
no cars.
kingdom.
No cars allowed in England.
Unlicensed
There'd be
kingdom.
so
UK.
Just
Yes, it
fucking
would help,
horses. And
it would
the
help
only
massively with
weapons.
carbon emissions, but like
The
the
only-
smell of all that shit.
It would
Yeah,
not
but
help
here's the
much.
thing though, because the smell wouldn't be that bad because these horses will be better fed because of it. You'd have to feed your horse properly, and the horse shit wouldn't
I'd
smell
hate
that bad.
that. I'd hate that. I'd just walk
But you
everywhere.
have to learn how to ride a horse.
I'd just walk everywhere. Fuck that.
But like, instead of
Maybe you do that
passing,
anyway.
instead of passing your driving test, you just
Horse
pass horse
test.
riding. You just pass horse riding.
Yeah,
And then-
instead of it taking 6 hours by train to get to London, it's 2 weeks by horse.
2 weeks.
But
by
I'm
horse.
sorry, would you not fucking love riding horse cross country with a tent?
No.
I
Go
fucking love that shit.
To be fair, I'd love to go hunting on horseback, like
Sure.
just like having a tent, pitching up my tent somewhere, having to
Sure.
hunt for my dindins.
Here is the other side. The only people in the UK that are allowed any sort of advanced weaponry are the Army, Navy, and Air Force.
And
Yeah.
me.
No. Just like military presence, because we need a military still to be a functioning part of society.
The military occupation.
So,
Where
Other than
Britain's
that-
known for his occupations.
Well,
other than
a
that,
pretty good one.
the only weapons you're allowed in Britain are weapons forged in a blacksmith or like
Do you just-
made by hand.
do you
So
need a
any
moment
weapons that are
to-
made by
Oh,
hand.
it's become a
They're
Smith.
only weapons that are allowed to be used, and it cannot be mechanical or use gunpowder, unless you have made a homemade bomb.
Hold on,
But
what about
Gunpowder plot.
it can't have electricity. So you can use gunpowder to make a bomb, but you can't make a musket.
what about crossbows? Because they're
Crossbows
kind of
is fine.
mechanical.
That's
Okay.
not no, it's not
Well,
mechanical.
full plate armor is gonna be godly soon.
Well, that's the thing. That's the
Actual
thing I was
god
thinking.
mode.
It's like so people
It's
can just walk around with
becoming
like
Skyrim.
people can walk around with a helper. That's fine.
That
Sure, by all means, walk around with a helper. And then it's just me, dual wielding shields, and I'm
that
just
brings-
like, please don't hurt me.
I'm gonna walk around with a fucking trebuchet at all times.
That brings a new term to the word pikey, doesn't it?
Oh, God. God
Travelers
damn it,
are gonna do
Kate.
so much better now.
Cause you two
Oh,
are straight.
I hate this so much.
I'm gonna have some skooma.
Yeah, there you go. That's my three.
It's a
I
good thing
think-
I've been bombing Skyrim to prepare me for this new world
I
order.
think that'd be so funny. Just people get walking around getting high, you know, just high as fuck, and then some guy just pulls a
Idiots,
sword
no.
out. Some guy pulls a sword out.
I challenge you to a duel.
I think Britain would run so much better now. Like with that, Britain would run so much better. Like
It'd
that.
be chaos.
And then if we get invaded by Russia, just everyone's instantly armed and knows how to fucking use them.
Yeah, but like kids wouldn't stab each other because they just get stabbed. like oh, I'm gonna shank you, mate.
I
Well, no, you're not. I've got a bigger sword than you.
You cannot kill because you
No,
lack.
I got the fucking high ground, motherfucker.
It's just like that one cosplayer with a fucking massive sword that's like 15 times his own
It's
size.
like a Final Fantasy
Yeah.
Deathblade, just like.
Literally, I'm working in a supermarket. Karen walks in. I'd like to see the manager. Draws broadsword. Like, do you now? Sting.
pulls out rapier. Bitch, I can parry the fuck out of you.
Pulls out a little wrist rocket.
Well, yeah, but you see, the thing is, I will always have portable high ground.
Jesus.
Alright, I would also put a lot of money into research for jetpacks so I could have portable high ground.
Excuse me, you're not allowed any kind of technological shit.
Yeah, but I
And
also
the
run.
only- and the
Horsepower
only
jetpack.
transportations are horsepowered. Come on.
I run the fucking country, of course I can have what the fuck I want.
am the
I am the shit.
It's
I'm just gonna,
treason.
I'm just gonna show up to like some sort of hostage situation and go, hello there.
Hello there.
Walk in. Negotiations did not go well.
You're right about one thing, Master. Negotiations were suddenly short.
Are you gonna get two mechanical arms to dual wield even more swords?
no, he
No, I
just
just like
quad
the
wheels
hand.
shields.
They would rock up like Grievous.
He just quad wheels
You'd have two
shields.
shields and two swords,
Yeah,
yeah.
just like
Yeah, you-
pikes, like total, like pikes over shields.
You lose your honor if you lose your sword.
Wait a minute, no. Imagine like a big like front-facing shield that goes to like all the way down,
Mhm.
and it's just like got like a little slot through it, and you could just slide your sword in, and then it's a sword and shield in one.
That's a
Yes.
thing. That is a thing.
How about what is it actually?
Yeah, that's,
Yeah,
Just
yeah, that's a
start with
thing.
like
that's a
that.
thing.
That sounds lit.
He's a
It's
pike,
like
though.
I'm a genius.
The Roman turtle defense used that kind of idea. What they do
I'm
is
a
they'd have the front of the turtle with spears going through the top of their shields because there was a slight circle gap that you could fit a spear through. So they'd have so the people in front would have their shields up. There'd be someone behind them with a spear on their shoulder going through the shield. And they'd stab it through to kill people, and then it'd have another person behind that guy with a shield over his head, and he'd latch onto the front shield. So it was like a turtle defense.
Do you want to know the dumbest military strategy that ever was used?
Marching
Trojan
backwards
horse.
into Poland.
So back in fucking olden days, Egyptians obviously kind of like had bonus for cats, didn't they? They fucking loved them. They thought they were holy and shit.
Dude.
So when the Persians came a knocking, they taped cats to their like stomachs and their shields, and then invaded Egypt because their thought process was they won't risk hurting the cats. They loved those fucking things. Do you want to know the dumbest fucking part?
It worked.
It worked. It fucking worked. They got conquered because they didn't want to risk hurting the cats.
That's funny as fuck. I need to fact check that, but if that's true,
Imagine sellotaping a cat to a shield in the middle of your little fucking uprising. You just like carry this, you
If we ever
filthy
fight,
casual.
I'm just gonna sellotape Saskia to a shield or something. Like,
No, please, no.
I'll crucify her. I'll crucify her on a shield, and then just like
Oh my god. I'd flense you, bitch.
I think we should move on from this this subject now.
Can I roast Gabe real quick?
Sure.
Oh yeah, well if we were in a fight, I'd tie. Oh wait, never mind. You haven't got anyone to tie up, do you?
Low blow, man. Low blow.
The reason
My
I wouldn't tie
apologies.
you up, Ben, is as soon as I'd like nail one of your hands to the cross, your arm would
You don't
dislocate and
daddy
rip
or
off.
some shit.
He's ginger. He just disappeared.
Oh.
Yeah, just fade away. Just light the shield on fire.
You just got to no. You just got to drag me out into the summer sun.
There'd
By
just be,
cremate.
basically what would happen as soon as I put him on the shield and lift him up and facing towards the sun, it would just leave a mark. Like what was it? Is it Nagasaki?
What are
Have
we
you
going
seen? Have you seen? After they dropped a nuke, right?
Cool.
There was like shadows of where people were
Yes.
before. Yeah, no, it just looked like that on the front of the shield.
It happened in Vietnam with the napalm.
Right, I must
yes,
have
but
zoned out for a hot second. How the fuck did we get here?
Don't worry about it.
Anyway,
Listen
moving
to the podcast, you'll find out.
yeah, this is the point.
Rate us 5 stars as
You're
well.
a dumb.
Okay, are we moving on from this then?
Yeah, go on, host for the post.
Any closing thoughts before?
I just want to say that apparently my mum's currently roasting me to my girlfriend, and I'd like to know why, how, and what's being said.
Objection.
Hold on. Pass me the phone real quick, Sass. You can, yeah. Do you want to be on mic? You want to be on the podcast?
Objection.
Alright, never mind, she's making me read it. Alright, am I doing
objection
it
to
from... Yeah.
shat on the bed.
So I call my mum dumb. Oh, yep, she said, trust me, he's a nightmare. Oh, and
Can
Sass
agree.
said, and I quote, Ben's opinion is unimportant here, I want the dog.
It's because she was like eating some dog, and I was like, I want the fucking dog. Ben can go fuck himself.
I love
Doesn't
Boris.
like men. Oh no, it's our dog, Boris. Doesn't like men. Wants to kill everything.
Our
attention
dog.
seeker.
Communism.
What?
Fuck you! I thought she was roasting you.
No, it's our dog. Right. Well, Saskia just instantly associates my dog with me, so that's fun.
The same person, aren't you?
Oh, fuck! You've met Boris.
I know.
I think 50% of Ben's genes came from that dog.
Oh, what the fuck?
Next topic.
The mental capacity shows.
Next topic. One podcast. It's just gonna be us just fucking hurling insults at each other for an hour and a half while drinking.
I'm down
I feel
for
like
that.
that'd be marvelous.
I'm down for that.
We just get ripped, just start like ripping the piss out of each other.
We should definitely do shots and do one.
Okay.
Isn't that the episode we're titling Saskia Special?
No, that's the whale tail episode.
Whale Tail episode. Fuck
Oh,
yeah.
no. Oh no.
We'll have to do
Oh,
that in
it's-
the
I'll
house.
do that
We'll
when I'll do that when I'm back in. Well, we'll do that when we're in
Do
Leeds
it-
because then
Do
Ben
it in
can.
the unlicensed house.
Yeah, no, when,
Do it-
when
yeah.
do it when we're in Leeds because then Ben can actually come over.
Yeah, the unlicensed house.
Yeah.
I'm having an honorary room there as well, so it may as well be the unlicensed house.
Nah, that's
Okay,
gonna be my
anyway.
Lego room, mate. I'm gonna store all my Lego there, just piss you off. If you touch any of it, you're
Alright.
dead.
I'll use it as a bed, bitch.
Okay, so you have two options here. We can go for sleep and dreams, video game quotes. We won't do Reddit, it's too long. So sleep and dreams or video game quotes.
We can do dreams.
Dreams?
Okay, sure.
Exactly.
I don't have many of these, so
I don't know if you heard that, but Saskia's just in the background. She looks at me and goes, "You don't have dreams."
yeah, no, I don't. How the fuck we're gonna do this? I didn't see
It
the
doesn't
one.
either.
Yeah,
I
I
have
didn't.
You guys don't have
I don't-
dreams?
No,
I don't have them regular. Like, it's really rare that I have them. Like, it will be like once a month, maybe I'll dream. But I
Okay.
don't usually dream. I don't have dreams in life or when I'm asleep.
I have daydreams, I have nightmares, and I have just normal dreams.
Never have any. Well, I sometimes daydream, but that's not really the same thing.
You also have hallucinations sometimes, don't you, Gabe?
Oh, that was just last night. I drank so much caffeine. My head was just fucking everywhere.
So, okay, I guess I'll take it from here. Then.
You don't need to. I'll actually. I'll just go through the list of questions. It's
Okay, go on then.
okay. So, sleep and dreams. Sorry. So, first of all, sleep. What would you define as a good sleep?
RAM.
Okay, but I don't have REM sleep.
Really? Why? How?
Fuck's
I
REM
never have
sleep?
REM sleep. So REM sleep is when you're in a deep state sleep where you don't think or you're not conscious at all. You're actually
Yeah,
unconscious
you're-
while you sleep.
Yeah, your eyes like rapidly move as well. It's literally called rapid eye movement.
Oh yeah, no, it is. That's what. Oh,
So
okay.
you're unconscious while you sleep, and
It's like the most poggers sleep, basically.
Well, I
you're
never
like
have
the-
that.
you're meant to feel more rested from doing a sleep like that. I've never had any
Oh,
REM.
it plays a particularly important part in dreaming, memory, emotional process, and healthy brain development. Well, that explains a
Emotional
lot.
processing. I've never processed an emotion in my life
Shut the
without
fuck
alcohol.
up. It's just
Yep,
straight
fair.
depression.
The reason I believe the reason I don't have REM sleep is because
Get.
of
Sorry, I just realised I forgot. I forgot to take. I've just realised I forgot to take my med today, so I'm gonna go do that real quick.
You donkey.
Yep.
well anyway.
Carry on.
My REM sleep, I don't have it because I've always had a drink in the day, or I've been drinking, and even when I didn't, I was always up every other hour to do something in my head. So I always have light sleep predominantly because I'm always thinking about something, or heavy sleep, like a deeper sleep than my light sleep. When I'm
Please don't lose my
not
wallet.
when I'm dreaming. When I'm dreaming, I have deep sleep, but it's not REM sleep because I'm in control of all my dreams. They're lucid dreams. That's what I.
Oh, you get lucid dreams. Oh, don't you like not really sleep well during lucid dreams?
Yeah, they're the dreams I have. I always have lucid dreams. I have lucid dreams and lucid nightmares.
I wish I had lucid dreams. I know they're like really shit for actual sleeping, but I just think it'd be funky.
I tend to have one 4 to 5 times a week.
Nice.
So there'll maybe be 2 days where I don't actually think when I sleep. But
Right, I'm gonna quickly vanish while you're talking about this to take my pill. Gabe,
Okay,
fill in.
So basically, I think one of the weirdest dreams I've had recently was I was in, I think, a pub with you, Gabe, and I think we were drinking and then talking about Ben, and I remember turning around and being on a train with Ben. So like I went from being in the Lincoln Imp with you, turning around and being sat on a train with Ben, and continuing the same conversation, and it was strange because I think we were because obviously we were talking about Ben, but then me and Ben were talking about you. And it was almost like I was jumping between those places to have the conversations with both of you. And it was a couple days before the last recording we did with Ben. So I feel like I was having a podcast in my head, like basically. It was really weird. And I believe dreams have interpretations and they do mean something. But I'm not sure on that one what it may have meant.
I mean, okay, so is it like, is it just the fact that dreams always mean something?
I believe they have a meaning, like your subconscious is trying to tell you something.
I don't. Well, it couldn't. It doesn't always have to be something like the subconscious just telling you something. It could just be your brain processing something. So if you're
Well, yeah.
excited, if you're excited about the podcast, that could literally just be that.
Yeah, I mean, with my breakup that I've had recently, I've had dreams about my ex being like outside or like in a different place to me. I can see them, and I choose to ignore them. And that was I had a lot of them during the first week of our breakup.
Yeah,
So
I don't really dream.
it's definitely a processing thing.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, it kind of has to be because it's quite a unique. It's
But it
quite a
doesn't-
unique
The-
thing.
That
It
might
does-
explain the nightmare I had as a kid that has like stayed with me. Like it's the only like long term dream I remember, and it was while I was made homeless as a kid.
All right, what was it? Do you mind sharing that?
It's
Pretty
fine. It was nothing in particular, but I must have been about 6 or 7 at this point. We just lost the house and we were living with my friends. I remember dreaming about those old like drinks you used to get as like a kid that were like alien shaped and they were like 20p or some shit.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't remember how, but I think those were in it and they were kind of like sentient. And I remember just seeing this like massive crater in the earth, like massive caverns that were just everywhere, and like the earth was kind of hollow. And I just remember just feeling terrified around it, like I felt so scared around it for no reason.
Like you were gonna fall in.
Not even like I'll fall in, like just whatever, like the cave itself felt wrong. Like it just felt evil, if that makes sense. Like, I wasn't scared of falling in. I was just scared of it.
Right.
I like that's like not it was like a rocky cave face, and it just went down. It went all dark and like stuff like that. I don't really remember too much of it, but I think it's weird that has stuck with me for 14 years, and it's the only dream that ever has. I was
Do you still have that
6.
dream?
No, I haven't had it since that night, I think. But it was like the first couple days that we were staying with my friend. I think I got that one.
But you like remember it quite well.
I vividly remember it. I can't really put it into words, but I vividly remember it, and I remember how like just terrified I felt. Like that is the only dream where I've ever woken up and been actively terrified.
Have you ever had nightmares, Gabe?
No. I had something like I was talking to you about this audio thing earlier.
Yeah.
It's probably the closest thing I've had to an actual nightmare. You know, from recollection. I apparently I think I dreamed a bit as a kid, but it stopped. I stopped like dreaming in my sleep ages. I stopped sleeping ages and ages ago. Like, I sleep incredibly deeply when I do go to sleep, but like I'm at the point where my brain's just dead anyway, so I don't think it has time to dream. But no, I was off like 3 cups of coffee, like black coffee, really strong, 5 cans of Monster, and I decided to go to bed.
So what I'm hearing is you had the wettest shit of your life the next morning.
No, I'm still fine. I don't think you understand how addicted to Monster I became as in like secondary school. There's pussy shit. I'm gonna have a massive kidney stone soon, though. I swear to Christ. But no, so it was weird because I've never had anything like this before, and it was. So I was thinking about like horror scenarios in my head, just like general horror stories, because I was listening to Mr. Nightmare, I believe, is that his name?
Right.
I was listening to Mr. Nightmare previously, just had my phone on the side, had my earphones in, just listening to it,
Hmm.
and it stopped. Like the audio of the thing just stopped. It wasn't my headphones were out. The video just stopped. For no
Right.
reason mid thing. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna think about this because I was too like dead to really roll over and check. So I'm facing the wall, like in my bed, covers over me, and it was so I was carrying on the scenario in my head. So it was like this weird, like rectangle room with a couch, and there was noises supposed to be coming from above you in like the attic, like stomping, sort of like someone following you around in the attic. Like if you moved around the room, there'd be a sort of like a tapping noise coming over, and I swear to fucking Christ, I could hear it every time I thought about it. Like genuinely, like in my room, loud as fuck. Um, and then I was like, oh, this is weird. I wonder why this is happening. And then I started having scratches around my room, which is weird as fuck as well. Like I don't know if you have you ever when you have like chalk on like a blackboard
Yeah.
and you scrape it across. I was hearing that.
What, like the wincing sound you get from it?
Yeah, like that.
Right.
No, that's more like
That's gonna pick up.
it. No, it's more of a bang that you made there. No, it's you can't really make it with like this. It was. You should know what I'm
Real
on about.
nails on a chalkboard kind of shit.
Yeah, that
sounds
sort
like.
of thing. Yeah, just that across the
That
walls.
like scraping a fork against the dinner plate.
Yeah, that sort of thing. Yeah, that on the walls and like.
Oh, Odin hated that. Sorry, I'm just seeing on cam and he
Gave
just started
me-
freaking out when I said that.
Like
shiver.
I'm
A
still
touch of the tism.
still no clue how the hell I managed to give myself like auditory hallucinations like that.
It might have been rats or something. Like it might not have been hallucinations.
No, it definitely was hallucinations. Like this stopped as soon as I got up.
Fuck
Like
that.
as soon as I
That's
stood up and like looked around, it would there was nothing. It was definitely not.
I one nightmare that I had frequently when I was little. I would be laid in a bunk bed on the top bunk of a bunk bed, and I'd look out of the room I was like sleeping in, and on the hallway there was a bug catcher from Pokemon. And so I don't know if you know what the bug catcher from Pokemon looks like. He's wearing a safari hat with a white vest top and then green cargo shorts with a bug net. And an Eevee would run in circles around him, and he'd basically just be keeping to try and catch this Eevee. And then there'd be a bang, and the Eevee would have been caught, but the bug catcher would turn and look at me and then smile and then run away. And that would be the nightmare I have. So I'd get, like, in the dream, I'd get out of my bed and go on to so basically the out of my door, it was a hallway, and then it'd be a very vertical drop down the stairs. Like, the stairs were quite steep stairs. Like, you could jump from the top of the stairs to the bottom, but obviously you'd hurt yourself if you did it, because it was like a full set of stairs. But I'd get out of bed after he'd, like, ran away down the stairs to, like, see where the fuck he'd gone. And I remember every time in this dream, I'd get to the stairs, I'd hear a laugh behind me, and I'd get pushed. And I had this dream every night for like 4 or 5 years. And every time I had this dream, I picked something out of my bed to use as a tool because I knew it was coming. But it happened exactly the same every time. And no matter what I grabbed to use as like a parachute or anything, I'd always hit the floor and wake up. But I would feel like hitting the floor. I'd feel it and how much it hurt, and then I'd wake up. It was creepy, but that's a nightmare that I had it recently, like a couple months ago.
I
But
think I remember you telling me about it.
I was in my uni house
Whatever it's a
at the
stress
time.
related thing.
When I had this dream, and it was I remember because I got out of bed in my
Issues
uni
no clip,
house.
bro.
I got out of bed in my uni house, and I never slept with my door open in my uni house, so I didn't know, like, they'd run through the door. Like that bug, it was the same thing. The bug catcher would run through the door and then run around the corner and then jump down the stairs again. But I would never, like, because I've fallen down the uni stairs before, like being drunk and disorderly or whatever. So I knew that if I fell, I wouldn't hurt myself. But he'd push me, and the stairs would get steeper. And I had that. I only had it once recently, but I haven't had it since. But I wouldn't know why it was a stress thing, because obviously when I was really little, I might not have had that much stress. So it's an interesting one. But that's one of those dreams where I can't quite pinpoint what it means.
Mm.
So yeah.
Coming off of the thing of like just childhood nightmares and shit, what was the most irrational fear you guys had as a kid? Like for me, up until the age of like 13, I would like during the day it'd be fine. At night, I wouldn't want to go upstairs by myself because I was always terrified that there was someone up there gonna murder me.
I kept
Until I was like 13.
that is something that I used to do quite a bit. If I woke up in the middle of the night, I'd do the thing that everyone cliche does. You'd bolt it back up the stairs because it's
It's not even like if I got up in the middle of the night, but like imagine it's like winter and it's dark quite early. The second it got dark outside, lights weren't on upstairs, I'd be like, nah.
yeah,
someone
bolt
come
it.
with, not
Yeah,
doing that
no, I'd have that.
What you said, Gabe, about bolting it up the stairs. If I ever used to go downstairs, I think this was like, if I was to go upstairs and there were no lights on, or I'd have to turn the lights off downstairs because the last one going upstairs or something. So I'd have to turn the lights off to go upstairs. I used to, like, I'd have to time it. I'd go 3, 2, 1, turn the light off and sprint like fuck upstairs, run into my bedroom and then get under my quilt as quick as possible because I thought something was going to chase me up the stairs.
I used to do that at my dad's house because his bathroom was downstairs. So I had to go outside the room, all the way down the stairs, through the dining room, through the kitchen to the bathroom.
You know where ours is. It's literally
yeah.
So you understand what
So
I mean by bolt? It's quite literally bolt it up
Yeah.
the stairs.
It literally dash it. But I'd have to dash it through like the whole house at like 10 years old because I'm like, it's all dark and shit, I don't like it.
With my whole thing of the fear, I think it happened when I was quite little. I went downstairs in the middle of the night because I thought it was morning and it was just really dark. So I went downstairs and like made myself, I think it was like a glass of milk or something. Then I looked at the time and realized it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. And I used to be terrified.
I've done that before.
I've been terrified. I used to be like hand to heart scared of like fuck if it ever got to 3 o'clock and I was still awake, because 3 o'clock was the witching hour, and I always had it in my head that at 3 o'clock that's when the boogeyman comes. or that's when all of my worst nightmares come to life, and they're gonna come get me because
I
I'm not
think that-
safe unless I'm in my bed at 3 o'clock.
I think that's happened to me twice before. Once I was at my dad's, I remember trying, because we had a bunk bed at my dad's. I remember climbing down and my sister just being asleep and going, "What the fuck are you doing?" I was like, "What do you mean?" And then just looking up and realizing that it was just pitch black outside and getting back into bed. And then once at my old place, where I literally walked down the stairs, started pouring myself some cereal, put the milk in, looked out the window, just pitch blackness, looked at the clock, 3 a.m. I was like, "Oh."
With the whole like 3 o'clock thing, I used to be shit scared, and I remember this has happened a couple times where I'd go downstairs, realize it's 3 a.m., and then I'd be like, okay, I now need to very quietly. Like I came downstairs without a care in the world. Like, I didn't give a shit. I was like, I'm going downstairs. I want a glass of milk. Odin want milk. Odin go get milk. And I'd go downstairs. I'd go grab my milk, and I'd start drinking it. And I'm like, shit, it's 3 o'clock. And that's it. As soon as I realize it's 3 o'clock, that's it. I'm stood there like, oh shit. Okay.
Oops,
And I
did it
I
again.
almost I wouldn't put the glass in the sink or anything. I just put it down wherever I was closest to, very quietly, and I'd slowly creep towards the door of that room. And if I'm in that room, I know the room's safe because I've been in there and nothing's grabbed me yet. And I remember this one time in my dad's house when I must have been about 16, 17. So I'm not young, I'm not little, I'm just fucking dumb.
Just after I met your ass.
Yeah, like you two knew me at this point. And I remember I was stood down. I think I made a cup of tea or something. I remember I was like, shit, it's 3:33. Like this is peak witching hour. Some bitch is gonna come through that door and kill me. And you know what my garden looks like late at night. It's pitch black. You can't see shit. Out the front you can see street lights, and I think that's scary. That's scarier. Being able to see them street lights, that's scarier.
No, what was scarier was when it was pitch black at night and there was just fog everywhere when you looked out the fucking window.
God, yeah.
Because
it got really
looks like a
foggy.
zombies map.
We literally started joking about hotboxing Scunthorpes who were just having a mad vaping sesh.
I remember I slammed the door in the kitchen shut because there's the doorway between the hallway and the kitchen.
Mm.
You can
Yeah.
close that. That door closes.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I remember slamming that door shut, breathing heavily with the lights on in the kitchen. I'm like, I need to go back to bed. Like I need to bolt it up them stairs as quick as fucking possible. I remember turning the light off in the kitchen and there being some subtle light trickling in, and then there's like smoke, like because I was vaping at the time or whatever, so you can see like the smoke rising and falling in the kitchen. And I open the door from the kitchen to the upstairs. And at the time, my room was the room directly from the staircase. Like you run straight, and that's my bedroom. Like you can run straight into that room and dive straight onto the bed. So I was like, okay, I've got to do this quick. So I remember opening the door very slowly, very quietly, opening it. I opened it full, and as soon as that door was opened full, I bolted it up the stairs, and it
You're a
felt
dumb
like
cunt.
something grabbed my ankle as I was going up these stairs. And it was just me. I swear to fuck, it might have been me tripping. I don't know.
Yo, you were
I
tripping,
think,
alright.
I think I tripped, but it felt like something almost grabbed my ankle as I was running up the stairs, and I remember tripping and like spinning up the stairs and then scrambling to my feet. I did not care how hurt I was. I scrambled to my feet, dashed it straight into that room, flicked the light switch on as I got in, slammed the door shut, and locked it, and then dove into my bed, head under the quilt, like a fucking baby, like, please go away, please leave me alone. And then I heard footsteps, because my dad had heard the whole commotion.
Yeah, your dad just
Came
came
out
out.
of
What the
his room.
fuck you running around for at
Came
3
out of his
a.m.?
room. Came out of his room, knocked on my door, and went, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine." And he went, "Okay," and then went back to bed.
I don't know why, but that just reminded me of this. Like, it was just after Halloween, like 6 years ago, and I was at my grandparents' house and they were walking us home at night, and it was like a classic park, you know, a big field with a little play park inside, yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
Alright, and it was fucking classic horror movie shit. There was
Buzzy
mist.
Park.
What?
Was it Buzzy Park?
No, it was Parkour Park.
Oh, right.
You know Parkour Park, don't you? I don't know if you will actually, but there was like fog, like maybe ankle high around this entire park, but it stayed within the confines of the park. It didn't go
Oh,
further. It didn't leave it. Only in that park. I'm not even shitting you. Only in that park, like fucking ankle-high fog. Nowhere else. No streets. No road. No nothing. Only in the park. And we just monitor it. We're like, well, we're gonna get serial killered.
So
Cool.
it's some hedgehogs vaping. They're just hotboxing the park.
Sonic's
Yo,
sat in the corner, it's like.
no, Alexi's just sat at stolen games vape or some shit, just having a good time.
Sonic sat in the corner like they're going. These
Gabe,
fucking
you
tents
better be bringing Alexi to Vita Leeds.
ain't gonna know what fucking hit
If
them
I
when
can,
spike
I
their.
will.
Good boy.
I think that was good.
Yeah.
That was interesting to hear your guys' view on that though. Like,
I know, I was more active in this one as well. Who would have thought?
no one knows. You actually asked a
How about-
question.
Yeah, I'm hosting next one, fuck you.
You are
Mhm.
hosting this one, yeah.
Yeah, because
Oh,
I hosted the last two.
You're gonna do Reddit, then that's what you're gonna have to look at. You're gonna have to choose a
Or
subreddit.
your own topic. Or your own
Or your own
topic.
topic, yeah, that's true. But if you want a fallback one, you fallback one's Reddit. Alright, well,
Yeah, so you have to ask.
it's just hit 5 minutes past an hour, so
Oh shit! All right.
if you want, we can carry on. I don't.
I think we.
I don't really know what I
End
think
it
we can leave
after
it
an
there.
hour. End it
Yeah, we
after
can
an
leave it
hour.
there.
That
Okay.
was good.
Okay, well, I've been the host of this time.
I'm Odin.
I'm the ginger guy.
No,
Bob.
he's not. He's Bob.
Bill.
I'm Gabe.
Stop calling me fucking Bob.
Alright, Bill. See you, Bill.
At the end of these podcasts, whenever
See you,
I say my
beautiful
name,
viewer.
you're gonna say, alright,
Goodbye.
later.